olive oil in a pan that's on medium high. We're going to quickly put our onions in, and we want to kind of saute them and let them kind of sweat a little bit. So when I say sweat, I mean that they're going to kind of soften, but you know, we don't want them to really gain much colour. Now this point is very, very important. You want some salt in there. If you don't season your rice well, it's not going to taste good. So make sure you put plenty of salt. Of course, don't go overboard, but I'd say probably put about a teaspoon of salt in there. Now the olive oil is actually going to contribute to the flavour in there, so you want to make sure there's lots of olive oil. Okay, so we've sweated off our onions for a couple minutes. Now these are a little bit wet, so you want to be careful, they might splatter when you put them in with the oil. Now because we have a small pot here, I'm just going to put them in a little bit at a time. Just let them reduce a little bit and then put some more in. Now it's really up to you how much of this you put in here. You can put as much or as little of whatever you like in there, but just keep in mind that it's a spinach rice, so you want to make sure that there's lots of spinach in there. And look at that beautiful colour that we're getting from that spinach. See how it really reduces a lot? So that's why you can either do it in a big pot, or you can just do it how I'm doing it and add it a little bit at a time. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so our delicious spinach has reduced. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a little bit of extra olive oil again, and we're going to put the rice in there next. Okay, so we're just going to leave that in there for a while and keep stirring it, because what you want to do is you want to just coat that rice really well with everything, all the flavours, all the oil. Make sure it's surrounded by that delicious spinach. So what we're going to do next is we're going to pour just enough water in there to cover the rice and everything, and we're going to put this on high now and let it come to the boil. Okay, so now that it's come to the boil, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it down so it goes to a simmer. We're going to cover it, and what we're looking for is a nice risotto consistency. So risotto meaning we want a little bit of water left in there, and we want it to be nice and moist. We don't want it to be a dry rice. So we're going to come back in about 5 or 10 minutes, and we're going to see how beautiful this delicious spinach rice is. Okay.